there! Welcome back to Headband Fitness. Thanks so much for stopping by again. Today, I'd like to share with you the secret to losing fat and saving money at the exact same time. Don't drink your calories. This includes, but isn't limited to, fruit juices, soft drinks, hard drinks, and the worst culprit of them all, Crappuccinos. I define Crappuccino as any coffee drink with added calories, sugar, or fat. All three of the above are unnecessary additions to an already hardly necessary beverage. So many people on a near daily basis will hit the drive-thru of Starbucks, drop like $10 on a dessert drink, have that thing slugged down in under 5 minutes, unknowingly just having consumed 600 plus calories, 40 plus grams of sugar, 20 plus grams of fat. And it's not like it's a satiating meal. Oh gosh, no. Most people, they drink a Crappuccino and they're hungry after. I would be too. The stuff goes down like water, yet packs on the calories. It's literally the exact opposite of what you want if you're trying to make every single calorie count. And it drives me insane to hear people say things like, how do I get rid of this stubborn belly fat? I've tried everything. Maybe my genetics are bad. I must need a magic weight loss pill. I'll do whatever it takes to lose weight. Oh, but I gotta have my coffee. Shaking a stupid Crappuccino cup. That is not what a coffee addiction looks like. That's not even a caffeine addiction. If you're addicted to drinking Crappuccinos on the daily, then you're addicted to drinking dessert level cheat meals every single day, which is one of the most effective, most efficient ways to complete and utterly obliterate any chances you have of obtaining your health and fitness goals. And the crap's expensive. Now, I am not some jerk who's going to stand here and tell you, hey, you know, the only reason you don't own a house yet is because those stupid Crappuccinos. No. I know there's more to our economy than that. And I'm a firm believer in you spending some of your hard-earned money on some things that make you happy. Come on, that is your right as a human being. I spend a lot of money on coffee myself. This right here, this is a 2-pound bag of special ordered coffee from Ghost Town Coffee Roasters. Ghost Town Coffee Roasters have partnered with Willie's Distillery to offer bourbon barrel conditioned coffee. No, this stuff does not actually contain any bourbon or alcohol whatsoever. But the conditioning process with these old bourbon barrels makes for the most tasty, most smooth, most rich coffee I have ever had. Every delicious sip of this coffee has 5, maybe 10 calories. I drink it black. And I'll admit, you know, I'm a bit of a psychopath. Like, the wife and I, we go out to eat at brunch all the time. And if there's a subpar, you know, cafe coffee served, I'll still drink it black. I don't really care. The wife, on the other hand, she wants a little bit of cream in there, right? You know, she's not a psychopath. I understand that. Kill the bitterness. This stuff, though, my wife will straight up drink this black. She doesn't want anything in it because she likes the taste of the coffee itself. She says this is the most smooth, most delicious coffee she's ever had. That means something coming from her. This 2-pound bag of coffee right here, depending on the seasons and sales, it'll cost between $35 and $45. Definitely a lot more expensive than Folgers in bulk, but it's definitely a lot more tasty. And, you know, this bag will last the wife and me over a month, when $45 won't even buy one of us Crappuccinos for a week. It's guilt-free. It tastes delicious. 5 to 10 calories per cup. We have more of what I call an obsession with coffee than an addiction. There are days we don't have coffee, and neither of us get headaches or anything like that come along with a true caffeine addiction. But we're obsessed. Like the smell of the coffee, I can smell it right here. I keep wanting to grab the bag and smell it and just put my face in it. I love the smell of coffee. My wife loves it too. The smell of it in the morning, the drinking it. It's kind of a nostalgic thing, I suppose. Now, if you are obsessed or addicted to coffee, I strongly recommend find a roast you love. Preferably from a local independent roaster. I mean, so you don't have to pay through the nose like I do for this stuff. I'm just obsessed and it's worth it to me. But find a local independent roaster near you, if you can, and go in there and buy whole bean directly from them. Don't mess around with coffee grounds. Buy whole bean. Keep the stuff in your freezer until you're about ready to brew. And then when you do grind it up and start the brewing process, put a tiny pinch of salt, just a little bit, in with the grounds themselves, because that'll kill that bitterness. And enjoy your coffee guilt-free and a lot cheaper than you would with daily frappuccinos. Next up, we have hard drinks. Now, I have made an entire video dedicated to hard drinks and their effect on health and fitness. I will link that video in the description of this video, where I go into a lot more detail. But for the sake of this video, hard drinks are empty calories. There are no health benefits at all from consuming hard beverages. None whatsoever. And if you're a hardcore connoisseur of food like I am, and you want to try to drop your calories a little bit, you try to do better, but you don't want to, you're struggling to give up a lot of foods you love, it is a lot, dare I say, easier to give up hard drinks than the food you love. Unless you're an alcoholic, either type 1 or type 2, then you have another issue you have to deal with. I'm not judging alcoholics, but I'm not an alcoholic. If you are, then you need help I can't offer you. But if you're not an alcoholic, I strongly recommend ditch that alcohol. Just get rid of it. It's a lot easier than excess cardio, a lot easier than cutting out the foods you love. Next up, we have soft drinks. Pretty obvious at this point. There's no benefit from them. There's none. There's no health benefit at all from a soda or a pop. None. Soft drinks. Garbage. Empty calories, a lot of chemicals, processed sugars. There's no reason to drink them. And by the way, while we're here, there's no such thing as diet soda. Diet soda is a buzz phrase targeting diabetics and people who want to do better, but there have been so many studies conducted on the effects of diet soda on the body versus regular soda on the body, and diet soda is way worse. It's common knowledge at this point. Diet soda is horrible, even worse than regular soda. Now, I feel stupid having to say this, but I did not say regular soda is better than diet soda. Diet soda is worse, but that doesn't make regular soda better. Scrolling through social media, every once in a while I'll see a post that says something like this. Hey, you know that eating a dozen donuts is healthier than crystal meth? No, it's not. Crystal meth obviously is way worse, but that doesn't mean that donuts are better at all. If you get shot by a .22 long rifle bullet, that's not nearly as bad as getting shot by a 12 gauge slug. But I mean, I'd rather not get shot at all. Live your life, thinking, oh, well, this isn't as bad as that. If you choose to settle, you're always going to wind up at the bottom. Don't settle. And finally, we have fruit juice, which will probably be the most strongly defended out of all the beverages in this video, because there isn't anything inherently bad about fruit juices. They just pack on the calories something serious. Now, I'm not trying to brag, but I could totally chug an entire 52-ounce carton of Florida's natural orange juice and still feel hungry after. Not trying to brag, but I could totally do that because I have multiple times. But if I did that, I would have just drank 660 calories. That's a lot of calories to still feel hungry after. However, if I was hungry and I decided to eat some oranges instead, it would take 15 oranges to reach that 660 calorie point. 15! That's a lot of oranges. I don't know about you, but if I was hungry and I started eating oranges, I'd probably get like halfway through the 4th orange and be like, okay, I'm starting to feel satiated. I'm done eating oranges. But 4 oranges only contains 180 calories. And I'd feel somewhat satiated, at least for a little while, rather than 660 calories of orange juice and still feeling hungry after. Makes sense, right? And, I was watching this video from The Great Scooby 1961 on the very subject of orange juice itself, and I couldn't believe it. Somebody in the comments actually said, oh, it's okay, drink as much orange juice as you want, because whatever your body doesn't need, you just pee out. So that is true when it comes to the vitamin C, which actually kind of furthers Scooby's point and furthers my point too, because a lot of people justify chugging gallons of orange juice like, oh, it's the vitamin C. You probably don't need that much vitamin C. You take a vitamin C vitamin once a day, or a multivitamin once a day, or God forbid you actually eat some fruits throughout the day, you should not need to supplement orange juice for more vitamin C, because you're probably not going to need it and you're going to pee all that vitamin C out. That's not how calories work. Not at all. I mean, it'd be sweet. Just picture that. Imagine that for just a minute. Like, let's say that any excess food or drink you consume throughout the day just gets peed out or pooped out. That'd be so cool. If that were the case, obesity would be pretty much non-existent in our country. It'd be a rare condition affecting people with metabolism disorders, and they'd probably be treatable, blah, blah, blah. But as you probably know, that's not the case here. In our amazing country, where so many of us are blessed to have access to way more calories than what we need, a lot of us overdo it. I've been there a lot. And with drink, it's compounded tenfold in comparison to food. I'm not a betting man, but I'd be willing to wager if everyone in our country, everyone, stopped drinking our calories. I'm not talking about like good stuff like smoothies and protein shakes, like I'm talking, you know what I mean. Talking about excess, unnecessary drinking calories. If everyone in our country did that, I would think obesity rate would be cut in half. Maybe even more than that, but I would think it would at least be cut in half. Just removing all that excess calories that we didn't even notice we were having before. We would not be making up for that in food. We would be losing weight and shedding the pounds like crazy. Please don't drink your calories. Stay away from the Frappuccinos, the soft drinks, the hard drinks, and the fruit juices. Of course, somebody's going to call me a hypocrite because I do a lot of protein shakes, but the protein shakes are low in calories. I plan them out. It's in my actual plan. And it's necessary to gain protein. It's not just sugar and fat carte blanche. So, anywho, thank you so much again for stopping by. I sincerely appreciate you. Take care, God bless, and I will catch you on the flip side.